Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's a beautiful morning here. Look at the sun. I'm just about getting it on my face. How are we? Hope you're good, yogis. Nice to see you. Or nice to have you. Right, we're going to get going straight away. We're going to begin lying down. So come to lie down. I'm having another sip of my coffee. Descend all the way down nice and slowly. And by all means, you can stay here for 30 minutes. If you feel you just need to breathe this morning and move in this position or find some stillness, that's always an option. But if it feels okay, let's bring two options. Either the feet are going to come together, the knees are going to go wide, so that diamond shape with the legs. If that doesn't feel too good first thing in the morning, too intense, feet wide, knees knock in, constructive rest. So yogi's choice, whatever feels good. The hands can rest on the belly, fingertips lightly touching. Soften the shoulders, broaden through the front of the chest. And let's just find a few moments of stillness. How are you this morning? Check in. Notice, observe. If you haven't managed to practice outside yet, I can't recommend it enough. I've got the sounds of nature around me, a light breeze washing over me. Very peaceful at this time in the morning. But wherever you are, create that little pocket of peace for yourself. That daily check-in. And remember, you're exactly where you are supposed to be. You've decided to roll out your mat this morning. The next 30 minutes or so are just about you breathing, moving, setting yourself up for the day. If you haven't found your breath already, allow the thoughts to settle now and start to shift your attention to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. On the inhale, belly rises. On the exhale, belly falls. And if you've placed the hands lightly on the belly, just notice that rise and fall. Allow your mind to settle on the breath and try and stay close to your breath for the practice. Each time your mind wanders into the day ahead or to-do lists or what happened yesterday, your breath is what's going to bring it back to each passing moment. Take a couple more here. Great. On your next inhale, start to reach for the outer thighs if you took that option of knees wide, and just gently guide the knees back together. If your knees were already together, we're going to meet you there and swish the knees from side to side now. So over to the left and then over to the right. And as you do that, the hip or the pelvis will rock on the mat. So as the knees go left, the right hip will lift. As the knees go right, the left hip will lift. And that's fine. Just try and keep the shoulders square and grounded. You might even take the arms wide to help you out there. Good. Next time the knees are to the right, just pause for a moment and take the gaze to the left. Just a gentle twist, feeling it in the kind of front of the hip, a little bit on the side of the waist, on your left side. Good. And then rock to the other side. Take the gaze to the right, drop the knees to the left. How's the breath? Good. Inhale back to center. Pick up the feet, grab the knees, give them a little hug in. Let's start with the toes and the ankles. Let's scrunch and spread the toes a few times. And then move to some pointing, flexing, rotating, whatever feels good for your ankles. If you need to do one at a time, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes it's hard to think about doing both together. The brain might not be quite there. It's first thing. So do what you need to. Good. And then let's bend and extend the knees a few times. So kick the heels up to the sky. Then bring the heels towards the butt. Again, you can do one at a time. You can do them both together. The beautiful thing about a self-practice is I'm just here to guide. You can do what you want, really. What does your body need this morning? I'm going to go for a little cycle now. Can you cycle forwards for about 5? And then can you cycle backwards? Might be some little clicks and creaks. Good. And then when you're ready, grab either the big toes or the backs of the knees, a version of happy baby. Big toes might feel a little far away first thing. It's absolutely fine. Just hold the backs of the knees. We don't want the spine to lift, so it's easy for the low back to start to curl up. Try and lengthen through the tailbone. Also try and keep the shoulders down, which is why the big toes might feel a little bit far. You don't want to compromise this. You can stay still here. You can move around here. Sometimes it's nice to bend and extend alternate legs. As one heel kicks away, the other comes in. How does that feel? Okay, now for some fun, optional fun, might not be fun. Only if it feels like you want to. You're going to roll up and down the spine and come all the way up. And maybe you keep hold of the backs of the knees or the big toes. If you are kind of rocking and rolling and you want to hover here, you can. Maybe you're still holding the backs of the knees. Some of you might even kick out the legs. Woohoo! Wherever you are, see if you can hold and hover for 3, for 2. Good, on 1 with control. The heels are going to come down as wide as your mat, and you're just going to swish the knees from side to side. Ah, Satsuma's here. When did you get here? You see the cat over there? As you swish, it's quite nice to use this to open the chest as well. So take the arms back. Doesn't matter which direction your fingers are pointing in. Lovely. Let's come to tabletop. All 4s. Good morning, Satsuma. I just got to give him a little bit of fuss just for 2 seconds. Hello, sweetie. Hello. Oh, he's found a little... Okay, tabletop. Here we go. Move around in ways that feel good here with the spine, yeah? So on an inhale, dip the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Oh, and as you exhale, round the spine, push the floor away, chin down. Your version of cat-cows, you can be a bit more creative here. You can move from side to side. You can circle the rib cage. Who's been watching? Because it was 2-0. I thought, oh, I'll go the 2-1. I was like, oh no, I ended up watching rather than doing the gym. It went to 3-2. Spoiler alert, sorry, I already said it. So Argentina basically won in without going to extra time as well. They got 3 goals in about 15 minutes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, let's hover the right knee. And the Wimbledon match went on till 11 o'clock last night. I don't know if you watched the Djokovic match with I can't actually pronounce the guy's name. Very good French-Canadian guy. 5 hours and 15 minutes, I think they played for. Can't catch your breath back, can you? Right, still hovering and circling that right knee. And then when you feel ready, kick it back, drive the heel away, holding here for a moment. If you want to reach the left arm, you can. Yogi's choice, you don't have to. If you are balancing, draw the navel in, keep the hips level for 3, for 2. Listen carefully. Hand's going to come down on 1. You're going to take that leg wide and place it off the mat. So we're in like a wide stance with that leg. Walk the hands back and come all the way up. I'll face you so you can see what I mean. Great. So in this kind of, it's called gate pose. Nice. Reach the arms up nice and high. Let's take a side stretch. So reach over to the right. So the right hand's going to slide down the right leg. Top hand, you might take it behind the head just to encourage a nice opening through the front of the shoulder. Or you might just reach, maybe circle the wrist, bend the elbow, just like we did with the leg. Fingers, wrist, elbow, rather than toes, ankle and knee. But really, we're keeping the hips forward here. We're really feeling this maybe through the waist, but also the side of the hip, the right hip. Sorry, the left hip. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Be careful here. You're going to float the left hand down and you're going to come into like a supported side plank. If you want a little bit more here, that right foot can hover off the floor. Nice. If you want a little bit more, you can bring the elbow and knee together just for 5. This is optional. Maybe you're just holding for 4, for 3. Try and bring the knee and elbow above you rather than in front of you. For 2. Really nice. On 1, listen carefully. Wherever you are, that knee that you've lifted, the right knee, is going to now step forward and you're in a low lunge. Okay? Hopefully you got that transition. If not, just step the right foot forward. We're meeting in a low lunge. Good. Rocking forwards and backwards here. Feeling this now in the left hip, so the front of the left hip. As you inhale, you move forward. As you exhale, you come back. Let's stay forward when you feel ready. Yogi's choice, how much we lift here. The hands can stay low. You can just really, a bit more grounded to the earth, or you can come up. If you come up, you're feeling a little bit more stretch in the left hip, maybe a little bit in the left side body. How's the breath? Arms are optional. If you want to reach them up for a couple of breaths. Good, really nice. Hands down, listen carefully. You're going to shift the weight back and we're going to hold. It's kind of like a half split or half pyramid. Quite an intense stretch for the back of the leg. Drive the right heel down, curl the right toes towards you. Breathing here. Think about hugging the right hip back. It's easy for that to kind of scooch forward. Hug the right hip back, maybe even drag the heel back a little bit. If the floor's far away, use your yoga bricks if you've got some at home. If not, just bend into the knee a little bit to take the edge off. How's the breath here for 3? Can you bring the rib cage to the thigh a little bit more for 2? Lovely. On 1, come back to that kind of runner's lunge position. Listen carefully. You're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. You're going to step forward to the top of the mat. Nice. Okay, lovely. First little dangle. Catch the elbows and just hang out here. Now, you're going to feel different sensations in each side, hopefully, because we've done different things, yeah? Notice those little variations. You might feel a little bit longer in the back of the right leg as you fold. We'll even that out in a minute. Lovely. Take an inhale, walk the hands forward, flat back. Exhale, big step back to plank. What foot do you lead with when you step back? Is it always the right foot? Switch it to the left today. Okay, first plank. Let's just hold nice and strong here. Wake up the whole body. Are we breathing when we hold our plank? Are we pushing the floor away? Let's take it for 3. Good, for 2. Knees down on 1, belly all the way to the floor with control. No rush. Inhale, little lift of the chest, squeeze the shoulders together. Exhale, tuck the toes, strong push back. Take a child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch, hips to heels. Nice, and then straight back to tabletop when you're ready. A few more movements here. Just getting back into the spine. Until we are ready to hover the left knee. And we'll circle here now. No rush with these circles. And can you really activate the movement? So everything else is still. So your hands, your shoulders, your right hip, super still. Just kind of move that leg freely in space. Almost let it kind of dangle. Feel the weight of it. Everything else stays still. Change directions with the circles. Good. And then when you're ready, you can kick out the heel. Remember what you know, drive it away, square the hips. Maybe a slight lean to the left if you are wanting to balance and lift the right hand. Again, it's just an option. Everything switches on for 3, for 2. Good on 1. Hand down, just like we did before. That left leg now is going to swing out to the side. It's going to come off your mat. You're going to walk the hands back and lift all the way up into your gate pose. Good. So drive the hips forward a little bit. Reach the arms. Let's go over to the left this time. So slide the left hand down the left leg. And again, yogi's choice with that top hand. You might hold the back of the head. Or you might do some movements through fingers, wrist, and elbow. It's going to be hot for a few days. Back into another mini heat wave, I believe. So it's kind of good to get your practice done first thing in the morning when it's nice and cool. Good. How does that feel? Can you tip the hips forward just a touch more? It's a great posture, this one. You feel a lot in this one, I find. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, slowly float down. Might need to lean forward a little bit and adjust yourself. I need to actually extend a little bit longer on this one for it to feel like it's aligned correctly. It's almost like a side plank we're going into. If you want, you can float the top leg. Remember, only an option. If you want to bring the left knee and elbow together for 5, you can. Extend and reach on the inhale. Crunch elbow and knee together on the exhale for 4. for 3, 2, nice and steady with the breath. Good, on 1, that's when you can kind of, everyone meets in this position where you spin and place your foot forward. So left foot is forward now in your low lunge. Good, and just like you did before, rocking forwards and backwards here. Breathing in to come forwards, breathing out to go back. In to come forwards, exhale back. Staying forwards when you're ready, remembering everything you know. Left hip back, right hip forward, staying low to the ground this morning, or lifting up the torso. What does it feel like your body wants to do this morning? How's the breath? What did we do with the arms? Lovely. As you exhale, bring the hands down, send the hips back. So nice to just find some moments of stillness, isn't it? Moments of stillness in the pose. This is what we're looking for. So this one can be quite intense. Like I said, take your options. The front leg is extended as much as feels good. You're driving the left heel down. You're curling the left toes towards you. You're bringing the torso towards the left leg. Breathing here for 3, for 2. Good, on 1. Come back to that kind of runner's lunge position. Hands down, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. Big step forward again. Push off the toes. Okay, this time let's be a bit more active here. You can either hold the backs of the legs or hook the big toes, first 2 fingers and thumb. Take an inhale to lengthen and then exhale to fold. So you should feel a little bit more even now with the, keep an eye on the time for you guys. Satsuma's the timekeeper, aren't you? Oh, funny. That cat. If you've not met him before, this is my cat, everyone. His name is Satsuma. He's a big orange fur ball. Very friendly. When you're ready, inhale, come up. Big step back to plank. Remember, what foot are you leading with? Push the floor away. Strong here. Good. Knees down. Belly to the floor. Nice and controlled. Inhale, come all the way through. And exhale. This time, when you're ready, you're pushing back. How does that feel? Walk it out. Do what you need to. Lovely. Okay, inhale. The right leg's going to float up, back and away. Remember, you can always work from all 4s here if you need to. If it feels okay this morning, bend the knee and just move into the hip a little bit here. Some of you might go straight into like a bit of a split dog. That's fine. We're not here for long, so whatever you need to do, move in ways that feel good here with the right leg lifted. And then you're going to look forward and step the right foot all the way through. So roll forward, round the back. Get the foot where you can. Bump it up if you need to. Good. Listen carefully. We're going to bring the hands inside the front foot. Okay, so bring the right hand inside the right foot. Spin the left heel down, and you're going to open up into a version of extended side angle. Now, if you need to come up onto the forearm and the thigh, you can, or you're keeping the right fingertips or maybe the hand all the way to the floor. Yogi's choice. How are the hips feeling this morning? We're trying to tease that right knee out. So it's kind of like warrior 2 legs, but we're just adding a little bit more stretch to that inner thigh. Maybe you're looking up to the top hand. We're here for 3. How's the breath? For 2. Good, on one, top hand's coming down. You're going to switch it out. So come on back onto the ball of the back foot. And this time, right hand reaches up. So we're now in a twist. If you see me switching, it's just so I can still face you. Right foot is still forward. Right hand is lifted. We're in a twist. Back knee can come down. Yogi's choice. Shoulders stacking. Lifting the gaze. Breathing here for 3. For 2. Good, on 1. Listen carefully. Back knee's going to come down just for a moment. Both hands inside again. This time, heel toe the right foot out a little bit more. You can even take the toes out to like 2 o'clock. Lizard, okay? Now you can stay here. You can move around here. We're going to hold for a little bit. Even though we've turned the toes out, can you still hug this right knee in towards the right shoulder? So we're switching on that inner thigh a little bit. Some of you might walk the hands forward. Some of you might come down a little bit to the forearms. Some of you might want to relift that back knee. One more option is reach behind and grab the foot. That's quite a lot for first thing in the morning on that front of the left hip. But whatever you want to do is your choice. Your version of lizard. Call this kind of funky lizard with the foot grab. Sleeping lizard, if the head is down and the arms are dropped. Or you can just be up here, hanging out. And you can still do a twist here. You just kind of tease the knee out and look over the right shoulder. So, lots of options on this one. What does your body want to do this morning? Just one more breath wherever you are. Release on your exhale. Let's all bring the hands back down. Lift the back knee, heel toe the right foot in. Big step back to plank. If you want, chaturanga or knees, yogi's choice. Take a vinyasa. We're meeting in downward dog. So however you get there, that's where we'll meet. Okay, nice. Good big breath here. And then left leg floats up. Bend the knee. Circle. If you want to hold your split dog for a few breaths. So you're stacking hips, kicking the heel almost to the right shoulder blade. Making yourself really long along the left side body. When you're ready, look forward, roll forward. Bring the left foot through. Drop the knee for a moment. Bring the left hand inside. When you're ready, spin the right heel down. Open up into extended side angle. Remember, forearm or hand to the floor. What feels good? Keep the knee and the shoulder close together on the left side. How's the breath? Can you breathe into the right side body for 3? For 2. Lovely. Let's switch on 1. So right hand down, left arm high. Twist. Back knee up or down. Hug the left hip back. It's easy to kind of scooch that forward again. Gaze up to the top hand if the neck feels okay. Lovely. Is great. So good for you. When you're ready, back knee down, hands inside. Take the left foot a little wider. Toes to 10 o'clock now. Your version of lizard. Remember, you can just stay here. You can rock backwards and forwards and tease that knee out a little bit more. You can stay low and hug the knee in. Or you've got that funky option where you kick the back heel, twist and grab. Wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Awesome. Okay, let's all come back to center. Release from wherever you are. Big step back to plank. Last vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Nice couple breaths here. And then when you're ready, look forward. Option to step or maybe take a little hop. We're going to meet in a yogi squat. So if you want to hop, just bend the knees and bounce a couple times here. It's not as scary as you think. And then all you're going to do is just jump and see where you land. Yogi squat. Your version. Maybe the heels are lifted. Maybe you're moving around a little bit. Whatever feels good. We're not here for long. Try and keep the spine nice and tall. Shoulders soft. Hands can be in prayer, reaching out, whatever feels good. Lovely. And then you're going to find your way to the floor. So if you can, just take the fingertips behind you. Lower yourself down. Got there? Nice. A little swish of the knees. How are we feeling? When you're ready, come to sit. If you want, you can come back to that butterfly pose. Yeah? Or you might be taking one ankle on top of the other. Sorry, one ankle on top of the knee. Either way, sit nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. A little bit of stillness here just to end the practice. It's really important to bookend the movement with some stillness. And it's so easy now to go into your day, to start and go, right, that's me, done. But actually, this is the most important part of your practice. This is what's the game changer. So stay with me. We're just going to hold a bit of stillness for 10 breaths. And then you can go about your day. If you placed one ankle on top of the knee, just switch it out. So we've evened out the legs a little bit before we go off. And then let's do 10 breaths. So in your own time, big breath in. A nice, conscious, steady breath out. Keep that up. Breathing in. And breathing out. Stay with it. These might be the most important breaths of your day because it sets the tone. About 30 seconds, 60 seconds of breathing. Not much at all, yeah? And it's really good because you can be intentional now with the next few moments of your day. What are you doing next? Yeah? As you take these breaths, these meaningful, intentional breaths, what are you going to do with each moment now through your day? I encourage you to make your breakfast now slowly if you can. Eat it mindfully if you can. If you've got people and family around you, that's cool. Get them in on the journey. Maybe they could do these final breaths with you in your practice before you go about your day. Just 2 more, breathing in and breathing out. Last one, breathe in, maybe reach up. Oh, fantastic. And then as you breathe out, head down, little sign of gratitude to yourself, to anyone else who was on their mat with us this morning. Well done, everyone. Go into your morning with intention. And yeah, have a great day. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy the sunshine. Oh, look, Satsuma's getting up. Do you want to say goodbye? Or good morning? Do you want to say goodbye? Say goodbye to the yogis. They love a cameo from you. They love you. Bye. Get me off this Zoom and YouTube. Right, well done, everyone. Big love. Let's put some big love in the chat. Big love. Oh, can't type this morning. Big love from me and Sats. Right, bye guys. Look at all the hair.